Well, Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Haskins, and that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, boy. Come on. You better be ready.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And this is going to be incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Going to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And an alley to run. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 33.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 31, Wentz caught here by Griffin. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 21.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, Swift. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Here we go. So don't say nothing. Check nickel. Lefty. It's right 57. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play.
And the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later, not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, empty. Empty. Wall, get wall. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. 56, the 6-6, bullet high. Watch the curve. Run. Check 52. Watch twist.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And that's the type of play that will give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call. Even more credit for how they executed it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On first down, it's Haskins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Geis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 38, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Haskins on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Completes it to Davis. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier trying to keep him in the rhythm. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Haskins will throw. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Man open, that's Marcus Green. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Wentz now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
82-14.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I got one. Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike. All day, baby, all day. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. He's tired of you.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
Let's see how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Go.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw it. Wins. Earns over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Wentz now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Watch tight. Tight end right. Listen. Alert. Check.
Now flags come in here. Look like one of the Eagles might have moved. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Get the ball. Where's the ball? 52. 52's the mic.
From the 25 on second down, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted, and you can tell on the sideline this. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Eagles. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Good one, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go, Ty. Let's go. Great.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 22-yard line. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
56. I can't believe they even let you play. Check. Hot route. Hot. Back. Wentz.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He gets it in the hands of Geis. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Derek Barnett, his second sack of the night.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now it's Haskins looking middle, and it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Darius Geis out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
52's the mark, boy. 52.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Able to find his running back, Geis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins off to Geis on the screen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Haskins back to the air. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And they take a knee.
Here we go. 180. 125. Hey, let's get in them holes.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Eagles, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to